What's up, everybody? My name is Vince. Welcome to the channel. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the Hercules line of tools. Now, we're not going to be talking about the entire line, but we are probably going to make a couple references to this hammer drill. And I got to tell you, this hammer drill is pretty impressive for what it is and what it costs. That's why we got a sibling for it. What do I mean by sibling? Well, we picked up the Hercules 20 volt max impact driver. We're going to unbox this thing, and it's coming right up. Now here's the deal. This hammer drill has been through some gruesome tool test roll. If you don't know what a tool test roll, or you haven't seen this hammer drill through a tool test roll, and the competitors that it either hung with or beat, go on over here to this playlist or video or whatever's there for you. But here's the deal. Before we got our hands on this tool, I really didn't consider Hercules. And I know it kind of seems like an open-ended sentence, like I didn't consider Hercules. Well, what didn't you consider it? I didn't consider it at all. I didn't even think about Hercules. Quite frankly, a lot of people said it was a good brand. They've got a lot of work done with their tools. I didn't think much of it because it was a Harbor Freight. It's a Harbor Freight brand of tools. And I really didn't think of, when shopping for tools, Harbor Freight wasn't one of my stops. Just wasn't. But all that changed. Not the shopping for tools on the reels. I mean, my opinion on Hercules has changed. This is a good tool that can get a lot of work done. A lot of work done. I mean, I could say for people on a budget or people just starting out, but frankly, even for people that have been in the trades for a while, this, in my opinion, is a contractor grade tool. This is a pretty good tool. That's why we couldn't just stop at the hammer drill. We needed the impact driver. This is product number HC8 1K1. It's the Hercules. It comes with a 2.5 amp hour battery. This is 20 volt max, similar into the way that Stanley Black & Decker markets their power tools, their 20 volt platform. This is a nominal 18 volt tool, okay? So no, this is not, 2 more volts than other 18 volt platforms, blah, blah, blah. They're all 18 volt, 20 volt max platforms. It's just that Hercules and Stanley Black & Decker choose to market their tool in this manner. Pretty smart way to differentiate yourself, I suppose. Not a bad idea. It says it has 3 times more power. It's 25% more compact and 3 times longer runtime. It's a 1/4-inch hex compact impact driver, but you already know that if you know about impact drivers. It has alarm, anti-theft protection. Look at that. Legendary performance. I will say this. This Hercules tool is legendary, almost mythological style performance. So, do I doubt that this will deliver that same type of performance? No. I think it's going to be, people are going to be writing stories for decades, centuries, eons about this tool. Maybe not, but. So you can see the competition. Who is the competition? Based on stated specifications of our standard product. So it's 3 times more powerful than their own product. Pretty cool. They don't want to bash other companies. They just bash themselves. Not bad.
Why does it say competitor?
It's a good point. Why does that say competitor? Leave it down in the comment section below. Why do they do that? Because I can't think of any reason. Why doesn't it just say, like, our other impact, maybe? What would be more appropriate here? Do we have anybody? I mean, quite frankly, it doesn't matter what we talk about around here. We always have some sort of expert in the comments section. We always have somebody that's willing to teach us how to do it because we always do it wrong. So, do we have any advertising execs? I mean, what kind of question is that? That's like walking into the hospital and going, is there a doctor in the house? Do we have any advertising execs? In our comments section, what would be more appropriate here than competitor with a star? We want to know. I'm sure you'll let us know. So, it's 25% more compact than the competitor, but there's no asterisk there. There's no asterisk. So I don't know who the competitor is there. Let us know. We know you're still here, advertising exec from multi-billion-dollar. I got an advertising firm. We bill billions of dollars a year, and we would never do something so ridiculous. I know. You're still here. Let us know about the competitor. Up to 3 times longer runtime, screws per charge. For best performance, use Hercules accessories only. Maximum torque, 1,500 inch-pounds. RPM, 2,800 RPM. Impacts per minute, 3,200 impacts per minute. Overall length, only 5 3/4 of an inch. And net weight says 3 pounds. Maybe we should confirm some of those stats. 60-minute charge time on the charger. And you have your, if you were going to upgrade your tool by buying some more lithium-ion 20-volt max batteries, you have your choice of 5 amp hour, 2.5 amp hour, or a 12-volt battery. Multi-volt lithium. So the multi-volt lithium charger says it'll charge all these batteries. My fault. Let's get this thing open. Got my Para 3 in Blurple from Spyderco. I will say this. I do like that Harbor Freight and Hercules comes in a nice box. Okay, they don't give you a little cheapy bag. This tool, just so you know, this impact driver was only $99 plus tax. I think it's a value. And like I said before, the performance that we've gotten out of this hammer drill, I believe, was right around the same price, about 120, maybe. The performance you're getting, it's pretty good. We open the box. We have our instructions. I do know my way around an impact driver, so I'm not necessarily going to take the time right now, although I know that you love it when we read the instructions from front to back and back to front, and take the time and really go into deep depth with the videos. You love it. Read all safety warnings and instructions. Failure to follow the warnings and instructions may result in electric shock, fire, and or serious injury. Save all warnings and instructions for future. Now, nice Ziploc bag. I'm gonna save this for a sandwich for later on. Nothing I like better than a good sandwich. We have our 2.5 amp hour battery. Look at this. It's so aerodynamic. I know everybody's been wanting to see more reviews of the Hercules brand tools. And for you, it's first time to your channel, you found us because of this Hercules review. We want to give you as much detail as possible. This 2.5 amp hour battery is 45 watt hours. It weighs 15.6 ounces. So literally right under a pound. Second out of the box is their multi-volt charger. Now, this charger is pretty big in size. You would think a charger of this size, because of other brands, when their chargers are this size, it would be a fan-cooled fast charger. It is not. So keep that in mind. Out of the box is the Hercules impact driver. I gotta tell you, it really feels pretty good. I mean, it really, in the hand, it almost feels like, it kind of reminds me of Milwaukee. It just does. You know, I don't know. Whereas like the hammer drill offering kind of reminded me of DeWalt, and the battery still reminds me of DeWalt. The body of the tool and the handle kind of reminds me of Milwaukee a little bit. Now, it does weigh in at 2 pounds, 1 ounce. But that is without its included belt clip. Which adds less than an ounce. Like, it adds 0.9 ounces. Keep that in mind. If you're looking for light and tight, you might not want to put the belt clip on. Now, I like the belt clip, so we're going to install this. Okay? And how are we going to do that? Yo, look at this. I have another little bag. I put my condiments in there. Put a couple pickles for my sandwich. All right, here we go. We're going to get our belt clip. We're going to put it down onto the tool. And then we're going to grab our included accessories. Look at this. They have a magnetic drive, a nut driver, and a couple of number 2 bits in this baggie. Unreal. All kinds of useful baggies. Now, we'll put that number 2 tip in that magnetic driver. Is that a number 1? Psych. It's number 2. I'm only joking. We're going to get it. We're going to put the screw. Wow, that's a strong magnet. We're going to tighten down our belt clip. Now, if you don't have enough torque using your thumbs, okay, you might want to install this drive in your hammer drill and then tighten it down with your hammer drill for extra security of your belt clip. Yo, look at this. Psst. Who did the unboxing of this?
The hashtag very cool gang, Nick here.
No belt clip. Unbelievable. All right, we have our belt clip. We have our accessory. So you'll notice that it does not have a quick insert collet. You will also notice, if you look in here really good, it has 2 ball bearings that will retain this bit. Those 2 ball bearings reside in the corner of the collet. You know, sometimes if you have a single ball bearing on a quick release collet in the corner, you have problems with bit retention. This is not a quick release collet. It has 2 ball bearings, but they are in the corners. I wonder if we'll have any issues. Leave it down in the comment section below if you think it will. Another way to know if this collet has issues is to go over here to Tool Test Raw, where this tool has competed in a Tool Test Raw challenge against a competitor. Now, how can that be? I know what you're saying, but here at our shop on the waterfront in Camden, which is across the river from Philadelphia, okay? If you ever read the book or heard the story about the Philadelphia Project, you will know that time travel may be possible here on the Camden waterfront as well. Let's put a battery on here, okay? We're gonna go over some, let's put a battery on here anyway, right? Put the battery on here. I gotta tell you, it feels good in the hand. I mean, it really feels good in the hand. Whoa. I will say this. It does have a small, faint smell of some odors. Like an odor. I just don't know what to tell you. Let's get some measurements though, because I like to get measurements and we know you do too. The more detail, the better in your eyes. Isn't that correct? So at the widest point, which would be at the pads here, we're looking at a full 2.479 inches from bow to stern. For all you sailors out there, for all you seamen, we have 5.740 inches. Look at it. Beautiful. Look at that. And finally, we have our height measurement. The height on this tool is 8.8345 inches. So we'll say this. The battery shipped to us with 2 bars. So I know that this is the part of the video where we would usually like break this tool all apart and then look at the internal componentry of the tool, the switches, the motor, the brushes, you know what I mean? And then we would never actually use the tools ever, like in a video or in the real world. And then we would put it back together and whatever. Who knows what we would do with it after that. But we were considering, since this battery is partly charged, we were considering throwing some screws. We were going to run some screws down with this impact driver. But here's the deal. For the sake of keeping the video to a moderate length, we're going to send you over to that video where this was in tool test roll. You'll know how this tool did. Okay, you're going to see screws driven, lags drive. We're going to have paddle bits spun, all kinds of stuff. It's cray. You're not going to want to miss it. So with that, I want to say I appreciate each and every one of you being here today. Did you enjoy the unboxing, the overview? Do you know a little bit more? Do you think you would consider going or checking out this Hercules line of tools? Because I got to tell you, pretty impressive. If you want to know how we really feel about this tool, go over to that video because you'll know, good, bad, or ugly, because we're going to test it with fasteners in the real world. Tool test roll. Going to put it up against a close competitor. Check it out. I appreciate every single one of you being on this video. I'll see you on that video. Thanks a lot, everybody. We'll see you over there on the next one.
Video's over, but I know you want more. So this is how you're going to get it. First thing you need to do is pretend you're this guy. And you're here at the birthplace of freedom. Now ring that bell like it's 1776 and let all notifications through. What? You're not subscribed yet? Well, smash this button here. After that, watch this video here, and maybe over here.